Hello there folks, and how is it going? And welcome back to another video, and welcome to the third, probably the final part of this Irish landscape photography workshop adventure. And we have started at this absolutely gorgeous waterfall, which I don't remember the name of, but I'll definitely put it up on the screen because it is fantastic. And you know, I don't think I've actually ever been here. We're very near the Schlevely Cliffs, which Orla and I have visited many times, but I don't think we've actually ever come here. So, a beautiful start to the day, and we are on our way into County Mayo, and we've got some really great photo locations to come for this video, so be sure to stick around. And for now, I am going to get my gear, see about potentially getting a shot of this beautiful cascade. It's really tall, really. This camera doesn't really do it any justice, but it's absolutely fantastic. So let's get our gear, let's head out and see if we can take some pictures. Let's go. This is an absolutely wonderful way of starting our day. It's fantastic. What a beautiful place. And it's a very clear example, or a very good example, of your shutter speed being too long. And it's just, any longer, I'm at like 1/13, which is, the water's just moving so fast. Any longer than that, and it just turns into too much white kind of wash, and it just doesn't really work. And so, you know, you want to slow it down a little bit, but not too much. So really fantastic photographic subject. Delighted we came here. It's gorgeous, massive. So I'm going to wander around, take a few different shots of any of the pictures that I take of this beautiful waterfall. Turn out to be any good, I'm going to pop them up on the screen for you right now. Let's have a look.
Welcome friends to the ASMR Photography Studio, and welcome to the first images in this week's video. Now, I thought we'd start off with a nice little black and white of this wonderful waterfall, which I hopefully remembered to put the name up of as we embark on this journey. Beautiful location, and really lended itself well to processing black and white, and I'm super delighted with how this particular one turned out. Love that kind of deep dark contrast between the blacks and the whites here. Really fantastic. For the next image, I zoomed all the way into probably around 400 mils for this particular shot, and just love it. I love this kind of scene. If you've known my videos over the years, you'll know that I kind of love to photograph these opposing forces of motion and stillness, and I was super delighted to have found this particular slice in here, and really delighted with how these two turned out, and a good bar to start off this video. So let's move on.
You know, one of the wonderful things I appreciate the most, I think, there's many things I appreciate about, you know, being on a workshop and teaching and leading workshops and all that kind of fun stuff. But one of them is the banter and the kind of how people frame and what it is that draws people to specific compositions. And, you know, the debate about whether one is good or, well, not that they're all good, but just, you know, like, oh, this is definitely better, you know. And so it's always a really good conversation you have when you're on a location like this, because there's many ways that you can shoot this. As you guys would have seen, I probably popped up different images I did put on my 100 to 400, and it's always really great fun just to chat about what it is that makes an aesthetically pleasing image, and we're no shortage of that, so it's really great fun. So onwards we go. We are going to pack up the cars, and then we are heading on. We're going to grab some coffee in Donegal town, and then we are pushing on then to Sligo. Going to go into Glencar Waterfall, the Horseshoe, and Mullockmore, and then onwards we go. So lots of stops, lots of nice photos on the way, so let's pack up and get going. So we have arrived at a very iconic location here in Mullockmore, and it is of the classy Bon Castle. I think that's how you say it. But it is a beautiful scene, looking down the road with the castle and the ever always gorgeous Ben Bulben in the background. It's such a unique mountain. It's such a beautiful backdrop to have the castle on. The light, it's daytime, it's the middle of the day. The light's nice, it's grand. But this really would lend itself very well for a nice sunset or sunrise for sure. The image is definitely a long telephoto lens. You really need that compression for the castle and the mountain and the road. It is a wonderful scene, as you'll see now in just a moment. But yeah, so everybody's in good spirits, everybody's having a good laugh. Super excited to see a castle. And The only problem is the cars, they park on the road like we have done, but sometimes they park all the way down and get right into your picture. But so yeah, a bit of Photoshop magic will have to happen, I would say. But sure, look, if any of the pictures that I have taken of this gorgeous scene turn out to be any good, I'm going to pop them up on the screen for you right now, and let's have a look.
So this is the result of my castle against the mighty Ben Bulben, and I really love this. You know, I've been here a couple of times and I've shot it a couple of times, but it's never really worked out in the way that I had always seen it from other people's shots. And I'm really happy that the road was quiet enough for us to be able to get, you know, no cars or anything like that coming up and down the road. Last time Orla and I were here, like, that road, even though it's only a small bit of road you can see in the image, was rammed full of cars. So you could imagine how it would steal a lot of the kind of limelight away from this particular image. But overall, really delighted with how it turned out. Yeah, kind of a bit snapshotty, with no real kind of, you know, mega light happening. It was still a beautiful scene, and super happy that we decided to stop here, and everybody really loved this particular shot. So there's obviously pictures of, you know, people having run down the road, and you know, it's a very kind of classic kind of picture where you stand in the road and you're all epically posed against the beautiful backdrop. But overall, really happy with how this one turned out, and let's keep going.
Hey folks, how are yous? Whew, so fed. Wow. Okay, I just eat burgers. That's pretty much what I eat. We're at this really wonderful hotel here now in Enniscrone, which is just north of Ballina and about 45 minutes drive from where we are heading for our sunset location, which is the mighty Downpatrick Head. So yeah, unfortunately there's rain scheduled to like move in pretty quick, but as you can see here now above us, it's pretty clear. So it would be nice to catch a bit of light, or at least some kind of clearness above Downpatrick Head. And yeah, so fun times should be had one way or another. So just waiting for everybody to come down. There's no rush, there's no panic. Well, there is a bit of a rush and a panic because it's about a 45-minute drive. But so one way or another, fun times. So let's get ourselves sorted and on the road and go look at a mighty sea stack. I actually don't think I've made a video from around here. I don't think I was making YouTube videos the last time I visited here. Don't think so. Anyways, today is the day. Let's go look at Downpatrick Head, folks. Oh wow, the midges are out. Usually it's very windy here, so you don't really get the midges in your face, but wow, there's no wind here. It's not a breath of wind. It's amazing. I'm shooting like 2-minute exposures. It's amazing. Jesus, we're suffering for it though. The midges are crazy, but nonetheless we're all having a really great time. There's a kind of maybe 4 or 5, you know, strong compositions here at Downpatrick Head, and it's really fantastic photographic subject. I would highly recommend you come if you ever visit the west of Ireland. It's a beautiful scene. So look, if any of the pictures that I take of Downpatrick Head turn out to be any good, I'm going to pop them up on the screen for you right now. Let's have a look.
So this is my Downpatrick Head image. This place, this location is just so special. I absolutely adore visiting here. Now, we did get savaged by the midges on this particular evening, but wow, even though we didn't catch any of that beautiful light, this frame always still works. This place always still works, particularly because there was no wind. We were able to really set up some nice super duper long exposures, and I really love how this particular one turned out. Just some wonderful kind of structure in the clouds. Really love that kind of composition of the land over here and the sheer cliff that's below, and then of course the sea stack itself of Downpatrick. Beautiful location, and one that I would highly recommend visiting, and really delighted with how this particular one turned out. So yeah, awesome. Let's push on.
So folks, this has been a wild owl adventure. Now I completely forgot, like I mentioned in the B-roll and the talk that you would have just, I completely forgot to bring the camera with me, or at least this and the microphone, and I also forgot to bring it with me when we visited Ross Castle just now, but I'm going to pop up images in a minute. But right now we are at the car park for Torque Waterfall, which is a gorgeous waterfall here in Killarney National Park, and this is our last day. So we're going to head into the waterfall, and we're going to have a bit of an explore around at the waterfall. It's a beautiful place. So yeah, it's been a whirlwind adventure. This video is over soon, I promise. And yeah, so fun times ahead. Let's go explore and see Torque Waterfall. So this is a wonderful example of using a nice S in your frame to capture some nice leading lines. I am very close to the water's edge here. Well, not super close, safely close. And wow, I'm really liking this photograph that's on the back of the camera at the minute. So yeah, fantastic. Have a look, have a look. So you want to kind of come all the way down here, all the way up, and then all the way up. I'm not including anything at the top there, so it's a wonderful, wonderful composition. So I've got my polarizer on, and that's it, because that brought me down to about half a second, and it's doing enough to, the water's flowing enough to introduce some lovely motion. And yeah, really, really gorgeous. And it really helps pop the greens. That is magic, absolutely magic. So look, if any of the pictures that I take from here, and I'm going to show you some of the pictures from Ross's castle, I'm going to pop them up on the screen for you right now, so let's have a look.
So this is the image that I captured of the mighty Torque waterfall. I love this place, and I've photographed it before, but actually really do prefer this particular image than the previous one that I captured whenever it was I was there. And really fantastic. Last time I was there was all this fallen tree in the foreground that you see here, so it's super clean now, and you can really see that beautiful, beautiful kind of S as it sweeps up to the top of the Cascades. It's such a gorgeous, gorgeous location, and thankfully actually wasn't too crowded. We were able to set up very easily and get ourselves in some good positions to be able to capture this beautiful, beautiful waterfall. And then moving on then to Ross Castle. It was the middle of the day, and I thought, sure, look, I've got my tripod, I've got my filters, and I think this is probably about a 5-minute exposure. Everybody thankfully walked themselves out of the frame, and I love the glassiness to the water here. Is gorgeous. And of course Ross Castle is such a wonderfully prominent element to the frame, and the beautiful streaks in the clouds. I'm really, really like this, how it turned out. I did process it in black and white as well, but always kind of kept being drawn back to this color version. So really, really, really happy with how this one and the Torque waterfall turned out. So smashing stuff. Let's go. So I never took my camera with me as we meandered our way in and around this beautiful lighthouse of Valentia Island. So fair play to Dave, he flew his drone and he gave me some of the wonderful footage that he captured here. So in lieu of any kind of me talking to the camera, here is some beautiful, beautiful drone footage that Dave took, and I'm going to stop rambling and let it push on, and then we'll jump into some pictures. Now, Valentia Island Lighthouse and Valentia Island in general is probably one of the most stunning parts of the country. I absolutely adore coming here, and I have been here before and photographed it I think 2 or 3 times now at this stage. It's such a beautiful place, and the sky at night time, if you get clear skies here in this particular area, they're magic. But we caught some epic light here at this particular location, and wow, it was absolutely stellar. And of course Brendan made his way out to the outcrop. The tide was really pushing in, and fair play to him, he went out there and got soaked, which was a good laugh. So I managed to capture this nice picture of him while he was out there too. But look at that light though, wow, so magic, so gorgeous. And then this portrait orientation shot, love that beautiful leading line as it brings us out towards the lighthouse, and a bit of colour catching in the sky. And I did actually decide to process one in black and white as well, and I really, really like this. It's got that kind of nice fine arty vibe to it, which I really, really like, and super duper happy with how this particular one turned out. Overall, what a stellar location. Couldn't recommend this spot enough to anyone who visits Ireland and wants to take some nice photographs. It's absolutely beautiful. So last but not least, we have a look here. We stopped off in Cove on our way back to Tipperary, where we slept overnight before ending the workshop entirely. And Cove is gorgeous. It's just outside of Cork City. It's a beautiful, beautiful place, and this particular frame is very Instagrammy, and it really did blow up on Instagram pre-COVID, for good reason. It's obviously a wonderful, wonderful frame. It's a gorgeous scene, and nowadays there's a gate where you can go in and you drop a couple of euro into a donation box that a family kind of let you into their little back garden with a viewpoint, and it's nice and it's cool, and fair play to them. But you know what, the view, the classic shot where you just pop your camera up over the wall, still works out a little nicer. So if you do go visit this spot, give them the couple of euros and go in and take your pictures, but I don't know, it's just a cleaner, more balanced image when you still pop up over the wall. So definitely keep that in mind. And then on to the very, very last image from this particular workshop and videos. This is the Rock of Cashel. Now again, there is no vlogging that I did here, and I captured captured a bunch of different images. Unfortunately, no light materialized. All the beautiful light catching in the clouds was off to the right of the frame and none above the castle. But a few of us did stick around afterwards, and I'm going to pop that image up now where we played around with some light trails. Now, I never do this, and it's pretty cheesy looking, but it was a great time. We all had such a good laugh trying to capture these light trails. And after I captured mine, I actually then drove the car up and down a couple of times for everybody else. This is a composite of the red lights and the white lights, and then a separate image then for the castle itself with that lovely bit of green light on the front of the castle. Beautiful location. Definitely go visit here because it's smashing. And this particular kind of composition, if you got some gorgeous side light, some golden light, wow, it would really pop for you. It's such a beautiful place. But anyways, that's the end of it all, and beautiful images. Super happy with how everything turned out, and really delighted to have been a part of all of this. So let's wrap it up and see you later.
Oh, we're gonna have cloud shite.
Click.
No, we are. It's gonna go behind the cloud.
It is.
So guys.
So folks, I'm going to leave this video. It's long, and I'm sure you've all thoroughly enjoyed this wonderful road trip through Ireland. I absolutely adore this place, and for good reason, because I am from here. And it's really shown us some wonderful examples of what it's like to photograph landscape photography here in Ireland. Now, I know we have covered a lot of ground, and you know, this summer Orla and I do intend to travel a bit more ourselves, just solo wise, so lots more fun Irish content to come. But for now, I'm going to leave you here, folks. Take it easy, everybody. If you like the video, do please give it a like, and of course, if you fancy following along for more epic adventures and some wonderful announcements, you are most welcome to hit that subscribe button. But for now, I will see you all in the next one. Take it easy, everybody. Cheers.